Have you ever pondered how medical experts detect issues with your ticker before you even sense something's off? Cardiac weakness can creep in quietly, with understated hints, and folks often overlook them until matters worsen. Yet skilled physicians pick up on these concealed indicators well ahead of a crisis. If you're in your later years, say 60s through 80s, and aim to safeguard your well-being, grasping these cues might truly change things for the better. In this presentation, we'll uncover 6 overlooked markers that health pros monitor to spot when your pump is beginning to falter. These aren't the dramatic alerts you spot in movies, such as intense pressure in the chest or abrupt falls, but rather ordinary shifts that appear innocent initially. Gaining awareness of these could assist you or someone close in getting aid promptly, identifying cardiac concerns sooner, and leading a fuller, more vibrant existence. Stay tuned right through, because this information might hold the secret to shielding your vital organ and your tomorrows. No matter if you're already vigilant about your condition or simply seeking greater assurance for the coming times, these 6 alerts serve as essential signals every older adult ought to recognize. We'll dive in now, exploring each one thoroughly with real-life insights, clear explanations, and practical advice drawn from everyday experiences and medical wisdom. This isn't just facts. It's shared understanding from years of observing how bodies work and how small changes can signal bigger needs. Let's begin this journey together. Marker 1. Unusual puffiness in the lower limbs and joints. Among the initial clues that alert a healthcare provider to potential cardiac strain is bloating in your soles, hinges, or calves. It may not seem alarming, but it's a primary and revealing indicator that your central muscle isn't circulating blood as effectively as required. Liquid accumulates since the organ has difficulty maintaining proper flow, leading to buildup in areas distant from the torso, typically the bottom parts. Should you observe imprints from footwear staying longer, garments fitting snugger, or a weighted feeling in your extremities, these warrant notice. For numerous individuals, this inflation develops so slowly it's simple to attribute to prolonged upright positions or a meal with extra seasoning. Take my acquaintance Edgar, aged 78, from the Midwest, who first spotted it while slipping into his comfy house shoes became a challenge. He initially figured it was merely advancing age or a bit of added mass. However, as the bloating intensified and he grew wearier, his physician identified it as a preliminary alert for cardiac decline. Edgar was taken aback, since it lacked pain and didn't hinder his mobility. Yet, that inflation represented his system's soft call for assistance. Medical pros understand that ongoing bloating, particularly combined with additional traits, indicates the organ's strength is waning. This explains why practitioners frequently examine your hinges and soles during visits. Although various factors can trigger bloating, the type tied to cardiac weakness tends to linger, escalates toward evening, and persists through rest periods. It's beyond mere looks too. The bloating might cause unease, a dragging sensation, and mobility issues if ignored. Crucially, it's your frame's method of raising a flag prior to hazards. Spotting it soon enhances opportunities to handle the matter, refine treatments, and halt additional harm to your vital pump. If you detect fresh, lasting, or mysterious bloating in your limbs, don't dismiss it. Inform your healthcare expert immediately. It might be the initial hint that your core needs added support and focus, a vital notice you shouldn't overlook. To make this even more relatable, consider how everyday habits like walking or standing can mask this, but paying close attention to how your body feels at the end of the day can reveal patterns. Education like this empowers you to take charge. Marker 2. Abrupt increase in body mass within short spans. A further alert that physicians seek is a clear rise in scale readings over mere days, commonly 3 pounds or greater in under 7 days. This sort of gain isn't from overindulging in treats or missing routines. Rather, it signals your frame retaining moisture, occurring when your central organ can't meet circulation demands. Surplus liquid seeps into tissues and vital parts, causing the numbers to spike rapidly without obvious causes. Allow me to recount the tale of my pal Agnes, 80, from the heartland. Agnes always took pride in steady measurements, checking daily to stay aware. One period, she was shocked to note a 5-pound surge, despite unchanged outfits and eating patterns. She suspected faulty equipment initially, but her practitioner clarified this quick rise meant her pump wasn't handling moisture properly. Healthcare providers often suggest those with cardiac worries maintain a routine record of mass because such swift shifts offer crucial early notices. It's not always evident. Occasionally no other hints appear, and you might seem okay otherwise, yet your measurer reveals reality even amid normalcy. Rapid mass increase from moisture excess is a typical concealed marker of cardiac strain. Why does this matter so much? Identifying moisture accumulation promptly lets your expert modify remedies, adjust nutrition, and avert emergency visits. Overlooking it might result in severe issues like respiratory difficulties or extreme bloating. Fortunately, with consistent checks, you become your own guardian for your vital muscle. If your readings leap by several pounds briefly, without links to meals or movement alterations, alert your caregiver swiftly. Avoid blaming it on maturity or temporary holding from flavored foods. The basic practice of daily weighing could preserve your vitality. Let's pause here to build connection. If this resonates, drop 2 in the comments to show you're following along. And if you're new here, hit subscribe and activate notifications to catch all our updates. Your engagement fuels our efforts to deliver meaningful guidance that educates and motivates. Marker 3. Increasing difficulty catching breath, particularly during rest hours. Respiratory strain is what many anticipate after extended strolls or yard work. But with a weakening pump, this trait emerges unexpectedly. A major hint pros observe is labored breathing that intensifies while reclining or attempting slumber. This isn't merely from maturing or reduced fitness. It's your organ indicating it can't sustain, especially in quiet moments. Permit me to describe my companion Victor, 76, from the East Coast. Victor enjoyed easy breathing in youth, but recently he added extra cushions at bedtime due to a suffocating sensation flat. He awoke struggling for air, requiring upright posture to recover. He dismissed it initially, pointing to sensitivities or drafts. Yet his expert spotted this standard pattern as an indicator his pump wasn't managing blood and moisture adeptly. Termed by specialists as positional breathing distress, it's frequently due to moisture retreating into air sacs. Daytime pull keeps some away, but horizontal shifts redistribute it, complicating intake. Some find relief only in seated positions or multiple supports overnight. Others get winded from slight efforts like room crossings or morning preparations. Practitioners view this gravely, especially as a fresh or worsening shift, often triggering cardiac assessments. If you find yourself adding supports, awakening breathless, or exhausted by former easy tasks, heed your frame. Dismissing this can cause risky moisture in air paths, reduced air supply, and higher urgent care risks. Conversely, tackling it soon permits remedy adjustments, habit suggestions, or deeper probes. Your pump and air system collaborate. When one falters, the other bears it. Recall, disproportionate breathing strain to efforts, especially nocturnal awakenings or sleep adjustments, isn't standard. It's your organ requesting aid. Attending to this cue sooner improves prospects for independent living. To deepen this, think about how tracking sleep positions over a week can highlight trends, turning personal observation into powerful health management. Marker 4. Ongoing tiredness and reduced strength in routine tasks. An additional marker alerting experts to cardiac decline is abrupt, enduring weariness that rest doesn't alleviate. You could deplete quickly on activities once managed effortlessly. Basic duties like sorting clothes, fetching mail, or meal prep drain you deeply. It's not fatigue from late nights or hectic schedules. This is profound, persistent depletion that remains post-recovery. Let me relate the experience of my friend Clara, 82 from the South. Clara cherished an energetic home and garden time. In weeks, she couldn't maintain pace. Plant care seemed endless. Bed setup left her unsteady and out of air. Kin assumed off periods, but sharing with her practitioner prompted exams showing her pump failed to supply sufficient nourished flow to body parts. Experts recognize that organ weakening reduces vital delivery, yielding unresolvable tiredness where persistence aggravates. This isn't maturity or drive loss. It's the pump laboring, starving your system of essential energy. Cardiac-related tiredness often pairs with traits like breathing issues, focus lapses, or dizziness upright. It distinguishes by disrupting normals, turning simple acts into hurdles. Clara likened it to an unchargeable power source despite downtime. If you sense sudden or continual energy drop, especially with bloating or breathing strains, share with your expert. Prompt awareness yields faster care, improved results, and sustained enjoyment. Weariness signals aid requests. Respond to it. If this hits home, comment 4 below. Subscribe and bell for more. Your involvement aids our mission of insightful shares. Marker 5. Lingering throat clearing or raspy sounds that persist. A throat irritation that lingers, particularly yielding light or reddish foam, is another Q-Pros check for suspected cardiac concerns. Many wave off constant clearing, attributing to reactions, chills, or indoor dryness. But with pump faltering, moisture can pool in air paths, causing ongoing clearing or noisy intake. This exceeds passing bothers. It's a subtle, yet key hint of underlying issues. Reflect on my associate Mabel, 79, from the Central States. Mabel stayed fit, so daily throat issues and chest tickles she blamed on breathing conditions. She tested store remedies and linen swaps, yet no relief. Only with limb bloating and breathing strains did her expert connect dots. Throat issues stemmed from pumps flow struggles. Specialists term it heart-linked clearing, worsening, reclined, or post-movement. It might seem empty or yield bubbly, occasionally tinted foam, indicating air sac vessel leaks. You could hear pops on deep inhales or feel air shortages. Dismissing this is unwise. While many are benign, lasting ones worsening horizontal or with bloating and breathing need prompt expert views. For cardiac roots, addressing the pump eases and averts escalations. If a persistent throat issue endures with other alerts, trust your signals and don't label minor. Pump and air paths interconnect. Shifts in one impact both. Timely action differentiates minor fixes from major halts. Bodies communicate variously. Sometimes clearing exceeds that, signaling pump needs. Attend, rely on gut, seek clarity if amiss. Your health merits it. Expanding here, note how journaling symptoms daily can pattern links, making discussions with pros more effective and empowering your role in care. Marker 6. Reduced desire for meals and mysterious queasiness. Among the most unexpected and dismissed markers of pump decline is abrupt meal avoidance or satiation after minimal intake. Many view appetite shifts as maturity or tension effects. Yet pros know pump struggles influence widespread systems, including gut and processing. Permit me to share about my comrade Harold, 80, from the Southwest. Harold relished family feasts, but hunger waned. Favorites became burdens, queasy or stuffed postbites. Kin thought age, but his expert saw as subtle alert. Pump failed gut supply. As belly moisture rose, crowding caused unease, daily companion. This avoidance isn't choice or preference change. Pump lag slows gut flow, dulling process. Pressure from buildup yields fullness, sickness, or expulsion. You might see unintended slimming, food disinterest, or eating displeasure. Experts heed this, especially with bloating, clearing, or breathing. It's hidden yet strong clue of pump shortfall. If meals skip, fits loosen unmeant, or sickness unexplained, consult provider. Ignoring risks, nutrition dips, strength loss, health decline. But early catch enables remedy shifts, nutrition tweaks, closer watches for differences. Nourishment exceeds intake. It's body fueling for vigor, repair, life pleasures. If engaged, comment 6 below. Subscribe, bell on. Support drives our educational content. Wrapping up, as we conclude these 6 concealed markers physicians scan for potential pump weakening, recall awareness is your strongest ally. Spotting these early can transform your vitality, autonomy, and serenity. Each discussed trait might appear minor or dismissible, but combined they narrate deeper internal tales. Don't hesitate voicing changes for self or dear ones. Trust sensors, log shifts, query freely at checkups. Pros rely on your inputs, your prime defender. Be it puffiness, breathing woes, tiredness, throat persisting, mass surges, or meal loss, none mere aging if novel, unclear, worsening. Regard seriously without fear. Use to motivate action. Stay aware. Collaborate with care teams for pump protection. Power lies in informed bravery facing truths. Greater knowledge yields greater safeguards for joyful futures. Grateful for your time. Share below one takeaway and application plan. Your views matter, inspiring us. If valuable, like, subscribe, share. Support sustains our informative, uplifting work. See you next.